Okay, so I had a poll on Patreon to decide what would be the next anime I would watch, react to, review, something, that's already complete that I could cover next, particularly looking to fill in that spot that's opened up since the Entertainment District arc is finished. And by a pretty large margin, the voters on Patreon spoke and they wanted Death Note. So I'm going to go ahead and react to the first episode of Death Note, and then what I'll do is like 3 to 4 episode worth of reactions, and then I'll do a review, and I'll get into the groove. I'll kind of figure out where the arcs end, but I like to go into things really blindly, so I don't know if I'll go 3, 4, or whatever to start with. I'll just know when it feels like it's a good time to stop and do a review. So, having said that, I will remind you that if you might want to vote in the next Patreon poll to help decide what the next anime I'll watch here on the channel is, well, there is a link to the Patreon in the video description. So let's go ahead and see what Death Note holds. Okay, so this is the first time I've seen this OP, and I will say here while the OP is going on that I do have a little bit of knowledge about what Death Note is. I think it's managed to permeate pop culture solidly enough that I've got a hint, a clue of what I'm getting into. And I did see, for what it's worth, that Netflix live-action movie that was like set in Seattle or something. So I have an inkling of what the show is about. I know what a Death Note is, but I don't really know the anime, and I haven't read the manga. So I'll be seeing that side of Death Note, the actual Death Note, for the first time. Never seen an episode of the anime before. And I don't really know what to make of these images in the OP so far. I mean, I'm sure with a little bit of time, hopefully by the second or third episode, I got a better idea what I'm looking at here in the OP. Watching it on Funimation, by the way, for what it's worth. Okay, and here we go. Sort of going through this long tunnel here with some, like, Gregorian monks chanting for the sound. Yeah, this looks like we're in some weird nether realm or something with bones and rubble and chains all around. This doesn't look nice. Oh! There's the guy! There he is, Ryuk? Is that his name? The Shinigami? Yeah, we're in the Shinigami realm. All right. For a show I've never watched, I love that character just because I've seen pictures of him and he looks so cool. But I don't really know about any of the other Shinigami. Oh, what are they rolling bones to decide something here? Yeah, Ryuk, that's his name. He's not interested in playing in the reindeer games, it looks like. He's just staring off at the distance. I guess he's daydreaming about leaving the Shinigami realm, and I can't blame him. The Shinigami realm doesn't look all that fun. And now we've got this outcast kid in school, it looks like. Kind of a mopey, just unhappy kid here. Oh, wow. Is he like in a religious school? It's like he's talking about following God here or something. Or is he reading an old poem that they study in regular school? But yeah, looks like they're not in Seattle. Looks like they're in Japan here. But I just can't say how haunting this like music is. This tone, very different from the stuff I've watched before. Very different from the, the shonen action stuff I've been covering. This talk about this body found dead. Oh man, I like the juxtaposition of their eyes staring at the distance, like they're both just dissatisfied with their own existence. So I guess they're gonna meet up one way or the other and add a little excitement to each other's day. I really like how they show... Oh, and there's the Death Note. Just like falling from the sky? I guess it's falling from the Shinigami realm. And this guy's gonna go out there and get it? And I already know, like, the concept that if you write somebody's name in the Death Note, they die, because, like I said, I've seen that Netflix movie. I've heard about it. It's not exactly an obscure anime. Oh, wow. He's found it. I like that Death Note directly translated is a notebook of death. Wow, it's all in English there. Oh wow, he thinks it's stupid. He just set it back down on the ground? So who's going to pick it up? I thought this guy was going to pick it up. So now who's going to pick it up? Oh, did he go back and grab it? Did we miss that? Oh, yeah, he says something's the matter with him. Yep, there it is. Okay, good. That'd be kind of crazy to run across the Death Note and just leave it there. Oh, they're giving us the rules of how it works. So you have to know the face of the person so that it knows which name. Okay, I like this. 40 seconds and they'll die. I like it. It's laying out the rules. I don't know these rules and I need them up front. Ah, you can say how they die too. I like this. This is sadistic, by the way. This might be the most sadistic story I've run across in a while. Like the mangaka that came up with this idea might have been just a little twisted. Even like just the atmospheric sound that they have going is kind of unsettling and creepy. Not quite atonal, but close to it. Oh, is he ready to write a name this quickly? Just imagine if you had that note. Like, it's fun to say, oh, if I had that, I know who I'd put in it. But I think that the weight of taking somebody's life away, no matter how badly you hated them, I think it would weigh on you. I don't think it'd be easy to do. Oh, but he's going to say, hey, we got this serial killer. What better person, or mass murderer, I guess. What better way to practice? Oh, this was a great way to do it. I didn't even think about this. You practice on a mass murderer who killed children and teachers. I guess in this instance, it'd be real easy to just say, I'm going to try it and see if it works. And he's just going straight for the heart attack. He's not getting to the gruesome stuff yet. All right. Is he going to die on TV? Like, is he in court in police custody and we're going to see it happen? Oh, well, I guess it doesn't work. Wow, wouldn't that be a bummer for the whole show if it just didn't work? Oh, he did die. The hostages are free. Wouldn't that be a bummer? If, you know, in the beginning of episode 1, you found out the Death Note doesn't work, and then you just got to spend the rest of the episodes bummed out that there's no such thing as a Death Note. That would be a twist I didn't see coming. I'm eager to see when he gets to meet Ryuk. He's like one of those characters, even though I've never read the manga, never seen the anime. I just think he looks cool, you know? I'd love to have a Ryuk figure or statue or something. Not the Willem. I mean, the Willem Dafoe version was fine, but I like this animated version, drawn version better. So, wow. He's kind of handling the realization that this thing is actually truly working a lot more calmly, I think, than I would. I don't know if I'd be freaking out or what I'd be doing. I don't know if I could deal with the pressure of having that. Okay, so who's he moving on to? I really like the psychological component of I have the power over life and death, well, over death at least, and now who am I going to kill? But, like, you can't just kill a kid because you don't like him. That's just not right. He's still got time to change and grow up and be a better person. A lot of the people that were jerks when I was in high school are actually decent people now. Some of them aren't, but you know. Oh, boy. Killing a bully. Too bad you couldn't just, like, break his kneecap. Oh, man, this guy yelling at his mom? Gonna kill him for yelling at his mom? Yeah, it sounds like he's ready to kill his whole class. He's really eager to kill people. It's like if Homer Simpson got a Death Note. Uh-oh. Now it's getting kind of scary. So I can see if you're worried that this young woman's going to be assaulted, then you really might want to step in and do something about it. He heard his name, too. It's like you got to hear the name, and you got to see the face, and then you can do the Death Note. I love the rules, so it's just not too powerful. But it's still pretty powerful. Oh, man. Is he going to be able to kill all 4 of them, or did he just kill... Oh, no! No, come on. You need to be writing those names, buddy. Yeah, this is one I wouldn't hesitate to write their names. Wow. He had a lot of names already in that book. I can't believe it. Oh, I love it that he gets to pick the nature. I'm turning into a bad person. What am I, like 7 minutes into this? And I'm turning into a bad person. But I love that he gets to pick the way this guy dies. I'm not going to deny it. I relished in watching that guy get hit by a truck. This is making this Death Note thing look kind of fun. Like I said, maybe I'm becoming a bad person here. But I'm enjoying this sadisticness. Nice little eye catcher with the rules. Simply, you write the name they die, got to know their face, so that it's not the wrong person, you know what I mean? And then you can either say how they'll die, or they can die of a heart attack if you don't say how. And I got to admit, I would get as creative as I could. If I want to kill somebody, I want them to have an anvil drop out of a 7th story window and fall on their head like Looney Tunes style. Or at least a piano. Yeah, watching me review this might be an exercise in watching just how far Anime Dad can drift from wholesomeness, because I'm really, I mean, maybe it's because I just had a lot of coffee, but I'm enjoying this a little too much. Thinking about interesting ways to kill people with my Death Note. A couple of years ago in my kids' elementary school, one of the students had a little notebook that they wrote Death Note on, and they were writing the names of kids they didn't like in it, and they actually got suspended for that. I don't know if that's right or wrong or what. I guess you probably should at least take the notebook away. Oh, I didn't know Ryuk could grow wings. I'm sitting here talking about elementary school, and I missed that cool transformation with the wings. All right, is he finally going to meet Ryuk face to face? Because I want to see how he responds to that. Did she just call him Light? Is that his name? I thought his name was something else. Maybe Light's a nickname or something. Yeah, she called him Light again. Maybe what I saw was his family name, and Light is his given name. It's like Yagatami or something, I thought. Light's kind of a cool name for a character who looks so dark. At least at this point, looks really... Look at... Now, were some of those names in it when he got it, or has he put all those names in it already? I think some of those names had to have already been in it, right? There's no way he's killed that many people this quickly. Oh, is this when he's going to meet Ryuk? Aha! I've been waiting for this moment. He's reacted almost as fearfully as I would, because I'm not going to lie, my pants would not be clean if Ryuk just showed up in my office or my bedroom or something. And I'm a full-grown man. Imagine when I was a teenager. So I wonder what kind of relationship he's going to have with Ryuk. Is it going to be antagonistic? Are they going to be like teammates? And I'll say I don't really know much about what a Shinigami is, so maybe I'll read about it some, like on Wikipedia or something. I'm not going to dive too deeply. So he's really calmed down after that initial shock. Of course, seeing that the Death Note works would probably pave the way for being able to handle more strange things, right? But I just love the way this character looks. A nose kind of like a bat, the hair around his head and shoulders all spiky like that. Oh wow, maybe he has put all those names in it. He's like, you're the first person to use it this much in 5 days. He's just been killing people left and right, I guess. Oh, is he worried that the Shinigami is going to do something bad to him? But I think as long as he keeps using the notebook, he's cool. I think he's just bored, so he's happy to be out and doing something. Oh, I like that long claw-like fingernail there in the rings. Madhouse, good animation here. I should have checked what year this came out. I'll know some of these things before I watch the next episode, I promise. Maybe promise. I shouldn't be too bold. Oh man, when he dies, what's going to happen? Oh, he's got his own Death Note. And when Light dies, his name gets written in there by Ryuk. That's great. I like the long-term consequences he just laid out for Light here. Is Light going to become a Shinigami when he dies? He said he'll find out about it after he dies. That's pretty intimidating. And Ryuk, I bet nobody can see Ryuk except for light or something. Oh, the apples! I remember the apple scene from the other movie. Yeah, she can't see him because she doesn't have a death note. Is he gonna eat the apple? Yeah, just like the bright red against the black and gray. I just love the color variation, the way it looks. I wonder if, they're using some sort of religious imagery here. I wonder if that's supposed to be like the fruit from the Tree of Knowledge in the Garden of Eden there, representing something there with him eating those apples. Yeah, well, he likes the apples. I like apples, by the way. Probably my second favorite fruit. Fuji apples are great, too. I like how Ryuk's giving him a reality check. I didn't choose squat, buddy. I just dropped the notebook and you picked it up. Don't flatter yourself. He wrote the explanation in English because he says English is the most popular language in the world. I would have thought maybe Mandarin. I don't know. What do I know? I only speak one language, so I'm glad it's written in English. That way, if I find it, I'll know what it is. Boredom. Boredom. Idle hands are the devil's plaything. Is that how that thing goes? Much evil can come out of being bored. Oh, tell him to laugh at him for working in the Death Note. Oh, and Shinigami are immune. Okay. It's no fun to kill people in the Shinigami realm, so I gotta come to the human realm and make it fun for myself. I love just the demented core of this story. A bored Shinigami comes to Earth to let a bored kid kill people for whatever reason he wants. Maybe he's putting a twist on it that Ryuk didn't expect. But he's going to use the heart attack clause, I think, to stay hidden. He wants the world to know he's killing people. He wants everybody to know there's a judging force out there. Is the sadisticness? He is kind of a serial killer mentality here. Even if he's killing serial killers and other bad people, Dexter style. And his motivation is also boredom. So, I don't know how the show will play out. But this first episode is like telling me that there are few forces perhaps more evil than boredom. Or more dangerous. I shouldn't say evil. More dangerous than boredom. Oh, wow. He's dealing with the consequences here a little bit. Back in this, I guess it's a flashback, thinking of how heavily it weighed on him at first. And then he flipped that light switch, and now he's ready to let the world know, you better be good or else. I am the punishment of God coming upon you. Yeah, he's willing to kill himself on the inside to be this force. Now he's thinking that even though it's supposedly random that he found the Death Note, he is the chosen one. He's the best one to have it. He thinks he's the only one who can do it. He's setting up to be a world-changing force of vengeance. Man, he's got a look of determination in those eyes as he says that. Seriously? Oh, people just die in a montage of death. Oh, man, this is some cool imagery. Just showing him as if he's casting the death out of the pen at these people, falling off buildings, smashing through a window, trying to make them like extreme and visible and attention-getting. This is a great montage. The people who directed and put that together, I gotta take my hat off to them. Man, look at all those names. He thinks he's going to eliminate evil from the world, but unfortunately, I think evil's like a part of the world. If you have a vacuum of evil, then more evil moves in to occupy it. It's just inevitable, sadly enough. Oh, man. But he's trying to make the world better. But somebody's going to have to try to stop him, right? I don't know if it'll be somebody working for evil or somebody working for good, but you don't just leave this guy unchecked. You'd be the only evil person left, is what Ryuk is saying. Oh, man, you got to be the last evil person. And he says he's an honor student. So that makes it okay or something? I was an honor student, but I never had a death note. Oh man, he's wanting to become the god of a rebuilt world. It's making Ryuk's hand shake. He doesn't, I don't know if he's excited or if he's like shaken by, I think he can't believe his good luck at finding a guy who's so dedicated to fighting against the boredom that Ryuk was feeling. Wow, I see why people wanted me to watch this. I mean, this is just the first episode, and I can't tell you how many times the first episode of something just doesn't really catch me, you know? Like I have to get 2 or 3 in to really get going with it. Maybe it's the coffee flowing, it's early in the morning, I got my caffeine buzz going on, but I love this. Oh man, I'm so glad this won the poll on Patreon. I'm so glad I'm gonna get to watch this. One thing that does have me a little nervous is I've heard reports that the tone shifts after about 12 episodes, and I love this tone so much, but shift doesn't mean it gets worse, right? It just means it changes. But man, I'm loving this. I'm having fun with this. I'm definitely going to have fun talking about this in the reviews once I get a few episodes under my belt and I put a review together, because there is so much question about the human condition already being asked and attempted to be answered here in the first episode. I can't believe how lucky I am that I haven't seen this before and I get to see it now and I get to share with all you guys. And with that, I'm just going to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.